Hey everybody, I am Sparky the Elephant, and welcome back to another episode of Sherlock Holmes Devils Daughter. And we're gonna this hopefully will be much shorter than the last. Hopefully a lot shorter.
Wiggins did a good job.
Alright, investigate the disappearance of Tom Father's George Hurst, examine the item brought in by Wiggins. Alright, that will be in here. I've got everything I need, really, except that I need to look at this. The drawing of the coat of arms made by Wiggins. Drawing of the coat of arms made by Wiggins. History. Napoleon, Roman history. Greek Roman history.
That's not the one I need. That's not the one I need.
Okay, well, it's not in history. The Marsh family. Nowadays, the representative of this family is Lord Edward Marsh, well-known benefactor. He provides the poor people with Whitechapel with provision, warm clothes, etc. Oh, that's how you spell etc. I should keep note of that. Lord Marsh, also renowned as a co-founder of the special education program which allows poor people the opportunity of an education. Lord Marsh resides in Mainsbury Road, London. E.
Here it is. So this man could be Lord Marsh. Huh. A lord who hangs around in a public house. Let's pay a visit to Lord Marsh. We'll pretend that we're interested in his charitable activities.
Okay, sounds like a really good plan, actually.
Mr. Holmes, you have a visitor.
Oh, just ask him to wait.
I'm afraid that won't be possible. This young lady
Oh, God.
refuses to wait for anything.
What?
Father!
Caitlin!
Miss Caitlin's boarding school was flooded. Everyone was sent home.
As if it could smell any mustier.
My word, how is it possible that you have grown up so fast?
You'll be staying. Wherever will we put you?
Holmes, I'll give her my room, of course.
What do you have to say, Kate?
You're on a new case. A respectable lady who's being blackmailed? Or is it a love story between a prince and a suffragist?
However did you guess?
You will tell me, won't you, Father?
Watson's jealousy.
You'll make Watson jealous.
All right, then. Have fun. I'll go and unpack. Will you help me, Mrs. Hudson?
Okay, that's actually not too bad. In a way I like her, in a way I don't.
A map of London and its surroundings. Could be useful.
It is useful. Get over it. Alright. Okay. Marsh House. I'm just gonna go straight there. A different view of the nice man known as what's his face? Sherlock Holmes. I should probably get a haircut like Watson. What's in his ear? Or is that to shine? Alright, well, let's continue.
Holmes, about Caitlin.
Yes?
She has grown up, hasn't she?
Yes,
Don't you
clearly.
think it's time to tell her?
To tell her what, Watson?
Well, about her father.
Never. Absolutely never. Do you hear me?
Holmes, you were responsible for the death of her father. You owe her the truth. She is old enough now.
I would lose her. Can't you see that? She must never know, Watson. Is that clear? It won't and can't happen.
Okay, well, I officially know who the Devil's Daughter is. It's his. I'm guessing. I'm assuming. This is kind of clear,
Come in,
obvious.
please.
I think this is meant to make you think, but isn't. I don't know. It's like everything seems a bit too obvious for a detective
Good day,
game.
gentlemen. Welcome to my home. How may I help you?
Good day to you, Lord Marsh. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my friend and colleague, Dr. Watson.
Okay, let's have a look. Bubonic plague. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Feels unwell. Next. Gold ring. Man of wealth. He's ill. Pills. Strong painkillers. Lord Marsh's personal assistant. Oh, what am I supposed to be looking at here? This is a doctor. Stethoscope. Physician. Alright, I think I've got everything. Is that a good profile? Because he looks pretty sick to me. Ruben Fisher is a young man of 25 and is already a confident physician. He is well educated, mannered, and a member of a hunting club. His clothes indicate he is financially wealthy. Ruben Fisher is not a physician. He's also... Oops. Lord Marsh's personal assistant. Lord Marsh is a wealthy man who holds high position in society. Indicated in his expensive clothes and valued gold ring, he has dedicated his life to helping the poor. He is ill, therefore he is covered with a blanket despite the fact it's quite warm inside the room. Do you like what he's wearing? Okay. What's in here? There's an open package of powerful painkillers on Lord Marsh's table. Nowadays, the representative of this family, Lord Edward Marsh. Okay, brain factor of... Yeah, I've got it. Alright. Am I interrupting?
We're not disturbing you. You are with your physician?
Yes, this is Dr. Reuben Fisher. But no, please, I'm intrigued by your visit, Mr. Holmes.
I'm glad to hear it. The last thing I'd wish is to upset the patient. Lord Marsh, can I just say that I admire all of your efforts in assisting the poor of London?
Yes. It is a war that we must fight, on our streets and now too from my home. You must surely have noticed those bags full of items, clothing and books for the unfortunate.
That is inspirational. At my own humble level, I too try my best to support those in need. I thought perhaps that I could be of some assistance.
I don't see why not. I already have the valuable assistance of Dr. Fisher, who happens to be my personal physician.
Okay. What's Marsh's disease?
Forgive me, Lord Marsh. You're looking very pale. Might I offer Dr. Watson's assistance?
That is kind of you, but I feel confident that I can provide Lord Marsh with the care that he requires.
How long have you been like this, my lord?
I'm fine, Dr. Watson. Don't fuss. It's only influenza. I'll be better in a few days. I can feel it.
In that case, why are you taking such powerful painkillers?
Excuse me, what do you mean?
Mr. Holmes is referring to the pills on your table.
I'm sorry, but that's a medical confidentiality.
Well, no, it's not.
It's curious. Your face seems familiar to me, Doctor. Oddly, I'm associating it with Whitechapel?
Well done. You are right. I do occasionally
Okay.
frequent a few hostelries over there, would you believe it? Not that I am a drinker. But there, dressed as a working man, I can approach the other fellows to see if they might be interested in a special job.
A special job?
Ah.
May I ask what you're...
So he likes to put on fake
Certainly.
things,
Since
or...
Lord Marsh began his special education program in 1889, he foresaw that such people would need an occupation of some kind. And so, with or without education, we propose these opportunities to work with Lord Marsh. It offers the less fortunate a chance to help make London a better place.
That's remarkable.
Yes, indeed. In order to truly
I don't like the
see,
change
one
in the
requires vision,
sound
yes,
that's
but
consistently
also
happening.
insight. And Lord Marsh has believed this since he was a child.
Yeah.
Oh, Dr. Fisher makes it all sound so romantic. Let's close this topic.
Alright. Well, nice haircut.
Lord Marsh believes that he can help all these poor people.
Spite my title, yes. I have to share my home with these bags full of food for the poor.
Wow, there's a lot of bags. A lot. Workhouse Avenue Road,
Hey,
London.
the paupers of Lambeth Workhouse.
Alright.
Bags full of food. It's closed.
Of course it's closed. I don't really want to go that way. But why can't I go upstairs? Other than the fact that there's a couple of cabbages in the way. My cabbages! Let's just have a look around.
Last year, 3 orphans were put through medical college. Thanks to Lord Marsh and the special education program, a great many poor people will have a second chance in life.
It's a great idea. I like that. Okay, let's go T. Some papers, documents with seal. Ooh. Dear Lord Marsh, here is the list of selected participants for the special education program in October. It looks to be a very promising event, and I'm looking forward to it. Patrick Trainer, Thomas Kelly, John Strobridge, William Thrasher, and Reginald Staple.
I've never heard of this man. John Strobridge. I've seen this name before. It was on a missing persons poster.
Ah. Interesting. That's kind of suspicious. Okay.
A provision dealing with the paupers of Whitechapel.
Alright, Whitechapel.
Lord Marsh even helps hospitals.
I like that a lot about this guy. I like how he's rich and doesn't go, I need more, I am so rich.
Humanitarian aid for an orphanage. It's extremely honourable to devote one's whole life to assisting the poor.
Oh, there's something else here. Our Quantumane Club to celebrate the horseback riding, exploration and hunting.
Lord Marsh, hunting with his friends.
Ah, my dear comrades, Lord Collins and Lord Harrington. If it wasn't for this godforsaken English malady, I'd be with those rapscallions right now.
All in due time, my lord.
I'm sorry, Whitechapel, dude. I
Can't
don't...
quite work it out. Do you have any idea as to the number of people who might owe you their lives?
Oh, don't embarrass me, Mr. Holmes. But indeed, these people have become like a family to me.
That would be a fairly large family, I imagine.
Yes.
Yes, the list would be longer than any of your short stories. As for how large, well, Fisher is the one who keeps record.
Might we take a glance at the list?
I regret that is impossible. It is confidential. I stand firm upon that point, Mr. Holmes.
I quite understand. We'll most certainly send a donation towards your educational program. I shall take my leave then. I thank you both and I wish you all the very best, gentlemen.
Likewise,
Interesting.
Mr. Holmes.
Okay, that's kind of interesting. This guy is so reserved and... I don't know how to put it, but he just would not let us go near anything of this matter. Nothing. He would not let us go near a single thing. Okay, well, let's go back then. Lord Marsh and his close friends, Lord Collins and Lord Harrington, are members of the hunting club. List of names of the participants of the special education program was found at Lord Marsh's house. These were Patrick Tanner, Thomas Kelly, John Snowbridge, Willie Thrasher, and Regional Staple. Dr. Fisher stated that he adopted a disguise in order to position the London's poor folk. Yes, and it worked very well, except the fact that, to me, he just looked like any old folk. Lord Marsh was diagnosed with influenza, however, his illness appears to be something more serious. Clearly. In 1889, Lord Marsh was co-founder of the special education program. In the lower cases, it could be that George Hurst mentioned something about his son Tom. Alright. Okay, I'll take my leave then. Where exactly am I supposed to be going? That's the most confusing thing about this place. Okay, Lord Marsh and his companions are members of the famous Quantumane Hunting Club. Lord Marsh and Dr. Fisher boasted about the special education program but refused to provide additional information. Lord Marsh and Dr. Fisher boasted about the special education program but they refuse to provide information. One participant for the special education program is missing. Three years ago, George Hurst disappeared along a special job. Oops. Ah, damn it. Deselect. Okay. 3 weeks ago, George... God, stop it. 3 weeks ago, George Hurst disappeared while on a special job. While hiring people on the special job, Lord Marsh invited them to take part in the special education program. Some facts might be interpreted differently. You can change the picture of the crime choosing. Alright. Okay, let's go back to clues. Lord Marsh and his companions are members of the famous Quantumane Hunting Club. Oops. Deselect. Deselect. Oh, whoops. Oh, never mind. Well, these don't seem to fit much together at all anymore. So we're going to have to exit that. Alright. It's good being rich. It's good being a slightly rich person. Well, let's go to Whitechapel. He'd be able to grow a really good beard.
Sorry, I'm working. I can't open the door.
Does that working mean I'm sorry, I'm masturbating or doing my wife? Ah, I am meant to come back here.
Do you have any news about my father?
Tom, not so fast. I wanted to ask you if you remember your father mentioning anything about a special education program.
An education program? No, he only talked about a special job.
What's this box, Tom?
Oh yeah, I just found it, Mr. Holmes. It was ever so well hidden. I've no idea why.
Well done, my boy. It could prove very helpful.
Sweet. So I was going in the right direction.
This oil can also be used on weapons.
Nice. And this key? What about
A
this?
ramrod to clean a rifle.
Ah, what about this?
Wolfjack. Looks like a military badge.
Alright.
Tom, does your father own a rifle?
A rifle? No. If he had, he would have shown it me.
I'm sure that he wouldn't have shown it you. I need to find this rifle.
Okay. Thick liquid.
This scrap of cloth was used to oil a firearm. Tom, does your father have any other property?
No. Well, at least I don't think so.
Well, this is starting to get
I
more
have to take
interesting.
Toby. He'll take a sniff of the oil, and we'll find that rifle.
Alright, well, it looks like I'm going back to, here to get the dog. Okay, let's go find the dog.
Come on, Toby. It's time for you to earn your keep.
Oh, it's so short.
Watson, I prefer to visit Lord Marsh. I'm worried about the condition of his health.
Who said that? Where? What?
I prefer to visit Lord Marsh. I'm worried about the condition of his health.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna go back to the Hurst's house, see if it's in there with the dog, and then we can go back to Lord Marsh, as it's probably more likely that he's got something completely not anything to do with influenza. I actually haven't got a clue what he's got. I honestly do not have a clue what he's got. I'm normally pretty good with some sort of diseases and syndromes and stuff, but I haven't got a clue.
Search, Toby, search.
Okay, I get to play as a dog. Sweet, I am playing as a dog. Who is? Look at him! He's standing. Oh my god! Look at him on the stairs. It looks so fucking hilarious. Oh my god. Oh. Let's keep running. Oh god. This dog. Oh. 2 directions. 2 directions. Oh, looks like I found it straight up.
It's only a garden shed. Let's go on.
Ah. Damn it. Okay. 2 directions. Let's keep going. Oh. Another way. Oh, no. No. Not that way. Must be this way. Oh, and here. Ooh. Okay. Don't tell me it's only a door. It's not only a door, it goes downwards. Alright. Well, what do you know? The key does do something. And we're going underground, guys. It looks like he was hiding something more than what we thought.
Nothing that could interest me.
Everything interests me. Everything. Just rubbish. What about here?
Tom's
Oh.
photograph. Let's try to get inside.
Holy fuck. You use the correct pot lockpick to lift the lock plates and create an unstoppable path for reward and pin. Okay, let's go with 1. That was surprisingly really easy. Okay, I need to look at this. Dear Tom, if you're reading this letter, then it means I am dead. I am sorry the thing had to end up this way, and I would had no other choice. You had to know that. You're a very smart boy, and I am so proud of you. I hope one day you'll understand and forgive me, son. I love you so much. Don't despair and try to be happy. For you grow up to be a man someday, and sooner than you think, you won't be alone. Me and your ma'am will be looking over you from heaven. Your loving father. Ma'am. Oh, okay. Military badge. Wolfjack. Jesus Priest. Okay, let's go back. He
News
did.
clippings on lords in the education program. Why are they here?
Lord Marsh, in association with his friends Lord Harrington and Lord Collins, are co-founders of the special education program and assisting the poor to build their lives in certain features. These 3 gentlemen surely help to lift the level of the struggling society.
Let's compare this list with the evidence that we found earlier. This is the list of selected participants for October's special education program.
Okay.
According to this poster, John Strobridge is missing. Let's compare them with people from Hearst documents. This man appears in both documents.
Yes. Okay, I think I understand what I'm doing now. Okay, Patrick Channer and Patrick Channer. Regional staple, regional staple. Thomas Kelly. Thomas Kelly. William Thrasher and William Thrasher.
All the people in Marsh's document are marked and dated in George Hearst's files.
Yes. That is suspicious. Oh my goodness. There we go, there's something to look at. There's some letters. Dear George, I do understand you and it's so sad it came to you. I can't find a job. Not even the smallest thing. My children have nothing to eat. When I try to find anything, the bosses just say they don't want as wounded people working for them. Our military service means nothing. Our country is used to us in war. But now it has abandoned us. Nobody cares. Your friend Jack. What about this one? By Her Royal Majesty Queen Victoria. Ah, it is Victorian era. United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland. I, Frederick Russell Brougham, Major of the British Army, declare the country extended gratitude for George Hearst, an honourable soldier of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland, for this valiant military service. The British Army hereby award him the Distinguished Conduct Medal and retire him due to the injury sustainable while on duty. Okay. What about this?
A map of
Forest.
Epping Forest.
Okay. What's that always point here still? Like, there shouldn't be much more here.
This case must have been full of cartridges.
Ah, there we go. Now I understand.
There
And
was something on the stand.
it would have been a rifle. Okay, F. Oh.
There was a rifle here. George Hearst took it with him.
Okay, figured it out. Now we're going to B. Okay, okay, let's go to George Hearst special job. Operations. George Hearst's special job is undoubtedly associated with violence if he took his rifle with him. Okay, let's go back to clues. A farewell letter. No return. George Hearst knew he would stood no chance returning from his special job, therefore he wrote a farewell letter to Tom. Oh shame, George Hearst wrote a farewell letter but did not give it to Tom. There's a chance that he's still alive. Okay, newspaper article. Purpose list. George Hearst was interested in the special education program but nothing more. Information. George Hearst collected information about the paupers and the law involved with the education program. Oh. Yeah. Paupers list with missing. All participants from the S group from the special education program could be missing. George Hearst knew about some of the people who had gone missing from the special education program. So this one needs to be with this one. Oh. Red color highlights illogical. Okay. Alright, back to that. Refuse the purpose list. Sneak into Marsh's house. Sneak into Marsh's house and uncover additional information about their special education program. That doesn't connect at all. Alright. Woo! Okay. Let's press B again. Escape. I'm gonna have to sneak into Marsh's house.
Holmes, what are you doing here? What are you planning?
A mission of my own. You must play the role of the conscientious doctor while I sneak inside Marsh's house. That's the only way of helping little Tom.
There you go, Watson. You've got yourself a job. Be the doctor. The doctor.
This is not the best way to sneak in.
Oh, I didn't know that. Of course. Just found a different way to sneak in. Oh, of course, he also stands up. Nice to see. Is this a good way to sneak in?
The window is firmly shut.
Alright, the window is firmly shut. I cannot enter that way.
The window is firmly shut.
Well, entering that way would be a bad idea as well. What about the back door? Would the back door make any sense? Because to me it kind of does. Alright. So we have to use 1. And then... Oh, shift. 2.
There's no space for this lockpick. There's no space for this lockpick.
Oh, fuck. How do I restart? Oh, well, it goes to 3 for some reason.
How can I help you?
I came to visit Lord Marsh.
What for?
I would very much like to see Lord Marsh, if you please.
Oh, you're so clumsy. Can you please not...
I have to visit Lord Marsh and offer him my services.
Fisher, please allow Dr. Watson to enter.
Okay, sweet.
Good job, Watson.
Huh.
Marsh is a keen hunter.
I'm not real fond of hunters like that. Especially ones who kill animals. Yeah, I'm not real fond of hunters. I don't think it's like any kind of sports that's like makes you like a big man. I think it makes you a coward. Dear Lord Marsh, thanks for the special education program. My life has been so much changed completely. I didn't know how to thank you. So I picked you this flower. Thank you. Okay, what about this? To this day, my estimation of the special education program has saved over 200 individuals from the gutter and elevated them to help and form and support the critical foundations of our prosperous empire. This is largely thanks to the wisdom of foresight of Lord Marsh, who is a most progressive and wise politician. He has carried out a great deal of work in his field, and whilst ignoring the critics of any hindrance from his arrogant colleagues who are set in their ways. Like I say, it's rich. Oh. Dear Lord Collins, it is clear to me that we could return a great many things about running the empire from those whom trample underfoot. These same people whom have disputed and starving in the shadows of our own cities, at home or abroad, Lord Marsh. He's difficult to read. What is that watch? It's just a watch, I guess.
I can hide here.
Yes, precisely. But there has to be something else in here for you to look at. T. There has to be something else. Ah, a painting. Hanging crookedly. Fingerprints.
Let's see how hard to crack this safe is.
Doctor, it appears that you were impatient to pay me another visit.
Indeed. Will you allow me to examine you? A second opinion, so that the great Lord Marsh does not become the late Lord Marsh.
That's a fair point.
Since you put it that way, very well.
Shall I retire to your office, Lord Marsh?
No, please, Doctor. I insist that you stay. I shall need your assistance.
Will you break anything else?
I'll try my best.
Okay, fuck. Sweet, okay, so, staying hidden, I guess? Is he noticing anything? Anything at all out of place? Alright. Well, that was kind of a fuck moment. I don't know. Oh, hey. Okay. I've never understood these. Okay, all right. Well, it's good to know that I somewhat know how to open these locks now, because I'm horrible at those.
November 7th. This means that the meeting is planned for today.
Dear Lord Marsh, on November 7th, our meeting starts at Grunston Oak. I have attached a map to this letter so that you may find me a place easily, Lord Collins. Okay, the map. Okay, B. Invitation. Okay, that's shit. Wound. Right here. Lord Marsh and his friends are skillful and experienced hunters. Alright. So here to the map. The Grunston Oak is the pinpoint in the map that was attached to the Lord Marsh's invitation. Alright, doesn't seem to be... Oh, there's another thing. I also admire those paupers. They seem to be so much breath of fresh air. Communicating with them is such a pleasure, and they are so smart, not like us. Perhaps it's they who should have been lords, and we should be simple commoners. Lord Harrington. Okay. Well, I think it's time we left.
I'd suggest that your current weakness is perhaps more than a simple case of influenza, Lord Marsh.
Where might your companion be, Dr. Watson?
Oh,
Oh, he's busy poking his
Okay,
nose into
looking at
people's
that.
business, I'm sure.
there is a particular bacteria who eats people's lungs.
My lord, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I must remind you about your meeting.
Is it already time? My apologies, Dr. Watson, but we are expected elsewhere. Might we offer you a lift?
You're going out? I'm not sure that's wise in your condition.
I value your opinion, but misery never rests, and I am needed.
Well, do please take good care of yourself, Lord Marsh. I'll send you my diagnosis, Dr. Fisher.
Thank you, Dr. Watson. Farewell.
Okay. What
Watson,
does it?
what are you doing at my table?
I just need to check one thing about Lord Marsh.
Alright, what is it?
My intuition tells me that Lord Marsh is hiding something about his disease. His cough, in addition to his fever and his usage of strong painkillers, leads me to believe that he is seriously ill.
Well, that's kind of clear and obvious anyway.
Let's study it more closely.
How do I zoom in? Set focus.
Sputum with tiny drops of blood.
Yes.
I could take a sample and examine it under the microscope.
Alright. Where would you take your sample? Oh. Really?
Let us apply chemicals to color the sample.
I think it's methylene
Need
blue.
a pipette.
Yes, that one.
This chemical should be applied third.
Alright. And then you grabbed it. I didn't think you put acid on it. I thought acid would destroy it. But clearly, acid does not destroy it. I'm sounding like a completely different person I'm used to sounding. Usually, I sound like a complete moron, but obviously not. I don't feel smart in this game at all. I just feel like my intellect's changed. Well, not my intellect, fuck! Oh god, I even stupid even more. My speech. Oh, right there.
Mycobacterium. It appears that Lord Marsh is seriously ill.
Yes, he is, clearly. It's kind of obvious. Look at his eyes.
Holmes, this is no longer a laughing matter. It is just as I feared. Lord Marsh is suffering from tuberculosis.
You don't
Ah.
Yes, I do say. And Holmes, he will die if he is not transferred to a sanatorium as soon as possible.
And yet both Lord Marsh and Dr. Fisher are doing their best to hide this fact. How interesting.
But why?
Why indeed, Watson?
Yes.
Oh, dear God. You don't think that Lord Marsh contracted tuberculosis while aiding the poor? How terrible. I have a commitment that I can't possibly cancel. Holmes, during my absence, please be extremely careful. This disease is highly contagious. And remember that we have women at home.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm going to be finishing this part.
Thank you, Miss Alice. Until later.
I'll see you soon, Caitlin.
Where have you been?
Our neighbour lent me a book. She is so kind. I think she likes you.
Dracula.
I doubt that.
How is your investigation going?
It's going. Dracula?
Yes, it's forbidden reading at my boarding school. Did you know?
Well, well.
A wolfjack is a wolf and half rubberjack. It was used by lovely scouts as a self-descriptive nickname. Love scouts formerly named in a British army of marksman units.
Here it is.
Okay. Oh, found it. That's a first. Grunton Oak is a strange and mysterious tree that grows in the epic forest. The origin of this name is unconfirmed, although there are many legends and fables connected with it. Some people say that the centuries of witches performed their ceremonies near the tree, and these rites have assured that whoever may touch the trunk of Grunton Oak will be cursed of all time.
Here it is.
There's gonna be one more.
Winston's Oak is in Epping Forest. That's the place indicated on George Hurst's map.
Okay. Sweet. There's gonna be one more.
I couldn't pay the rent last week.
Pumpkin, cabbage.
Yeah.
Treat.
Victorian era. What a shithole. Oh my god, you've got a top hat. Can I steal it from... I will pay £10 for that hat. I don't have £10, but I will pay you £10 for that hat. The phrase "no shit, Sherlock" is a really good one now, because seriously, Sherlock, no shit about the most of the stuff you just said. I really feel like a kebab. All of a sudden, I just feel like a kebab. Like I can smell it for some reason. I just want one now. You know those Middle Eastern foods, kebabs? I really, really want one. I don't know why, but I really, really want one now. I'm gonna have to somehow find some money to buy one, because fuck, I want one.
Treat.
I like how there's like not really a loading screen. This just goes as planned. Just happens. There we go. Good show. Alright. I'm pretty sure I must be looking at this.
A map of Epping Forest. A map of Epping Forest.
Never mind. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I think I should just end it and see.
My analysis table. It's useful for my work.
There we
Let's
go.
try to find the place from the...
Okay, that'll be like a crossroad intersection. I am really crap at maps. I think it's here.
Here it is. Drat. I'll need to hurry if I want to find out what's going on at the forest.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna have to end it here.
Father, that
Or
boy
not.
Wiggins, does he come here very often?
He helps occasionally in some of my cases. Why do you ask?
I'd like to talk to him.
Talk to him?
Father, back at school there are only girls to talk to, and they are so boring. I'm sure Wiggins has lots of exciting stories to tell about his life in London. It would be so romantic.
Well, not sure about the romantic. Let's be reasonable.
Caitlin, you know that Wiggins hasn't had the most fortunate life.
That only makes him more interesting.
Oh, Kate.
I'll leave you alone now.
Okay, well that went as planned. I'm gonna have to leave it there. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. I don't actually know what the hell I'm looking at right now, so, yeah, bye.